Hello, welcome to another informative episode on White Davy Gardening and Worm Farm. This is my Canadian Nightcrawler bin. I have relocated it from where it was in the garage, so now I have it on a stand. But because some of my material that I have in here freeze if it is to the back of the garage, so I put down some insulation, 2-inch thick insulation underneath the bottom of the bin to help to prevent the cold here coming from the floor from freezing the worms. I put them to the back of the garage because where they were directly in front of the furnace, and the worms that Canadian Nightcrawlers, out of all the composting worms, are the ones that does best in cooler environment, so I move them to the back of the garage. I keep the temperature in my garage at 21 degrees Celsius or 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So what I'm going to be doing today, you won't be seeing my worms. I'm not going to be disturbing them because I already did that. And as you know, I only have a few of them in there. So I'm going to be going on the road later, and I'm going to be getting 2 dozen of them to restart the bin, because I only have about 4 of them in here. So what I am going to be doing is adding some food scraps to the bin. So I'm going to just clear an opening here to bury the food scraps. Reduce the chances of rodents smelling it, although they won't be able to get into this bin because it have a cover. And then want the food scraps all the way to the bottom. I'm just going to allow a thin layer of the soil to be there because the bottom of the bin has some fairly large holes. Oh yeah, sorry, I guess they can't get in because I have another tree underneath. Good. I have some cane trash here that I'm going to be feeding the worm. I'm not going to be giving them the skin because it's hard. These I'm going to put outside to freeze and then allow them to thaw out, which will make it a bit softer for them to consume. So for now I'm just giving them just the trash, not the skin. I've got some used paper towel as well. Some plantain skin here. Okay, so they don't need a lot of food because I'm only going to be putting 2 dozen of them in here. I already moistened. Well, the bin is already fairly moist, so I won't be adding any portion of moisture to it. I expect that this is going to take them a pretty long time to eat because of how coarse the material is. Microbes are not able to break it down very quickly, so I expect this food scraps to last them for quite a bit. And the material that you're looking at here is a combination of castings and finished compost. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside. I don't want these in there. Seen quite a few pieces escape from me. I'm just gonna make sure these are properly covered. The material feels very loose and nice. And I'm gonna add some shredded paper. They will be using the finished compost as their bedding. Okay. It's a bit tricky trying to cover this thing using one hand. Okay, where did I put the cover? So the mesh there prevents fruit flies from getting in. Because even though it has holes in there, the flies can go in through the holes. So that is the purpose of the mesh underneath. Okay, so there we go. Now I just need to go and get those 24 Canadian Nightcrawlers, and this is my final attempt at raising Canadian Nightcrawlers. If the ones I get don't work out, then that will be it. And these guys are going to be fed mostly food scraps. I'll still be giving them finished compost. Okay, so this is my update on what I'm doing with my Canadian Nightcrawler. If you enjoy this video, please take a moment to like, share, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment in the section below, and turn on your notification for more updates like these. Thank you for watching and have yourself a lovely day.